Level 1, the bottle. You're 14. You live in a neighborhood where MS-13 controls every block. You watch the older boys. They wear black and gray, their shoes worn but expensive, hats tilted, arms covered in tattoos. They have money. They have respect. They carry an air of invincibility that makes anyone crossing their path shiver. Your mother works 2 hard jobs, and at school, you're invisible. But when those boys walk down the street, people move aside as if they were stepping onto sacred ground. You start spending time on the corner where they hang out. You never ask to join. That would be disrespectful. You just exist, observe, and learn. You run to the store when they want cigarettes, beer, or snacks. You watch their backs while they handle business in the side alleys. You guard packages without ever asking what's inside. They call you B. It stands for lookout. You spend hours frozen on the corner, eyes tracking every movement. Your job is simple but crucial. If the police show up, you send just one emoji, a police car. Nothing else. If you see Barrio 18 wandering into your territory, you run inside and warn them. You're not paid. You're being tested. They want to see if you can stay silent, if you can resist panic. If a teacher asks about the boys on the corner, you say nothing. If the police offer you $20 to talk, you walk away. You're only waiting for the day they stop calling you B and give you a real name. Level 2, the chow. You've been in this routine for 6 months. You've proven you're not a snitch, that you can stay quiet. One night, Sneaky pulls you aside. Do you want in? You nod. Your heart pounds, but you hide it. Then comes the test, the chow. It's a ritual beating, cruel and methodical. You're in a narrow alley, lit only by a flickering street lamp. 13 members circle you like predators. You must endure 13 seconds of simultaneous attack. You cannot fight back. You cannot run. You cannot scream. The count starts. 1. A punch shatters your jaw. 2. A kick to the ribs. 5. You're already on the ground, writhing in pain. 8. The taste of blood floods your mouth. 11. Your vision blurs. 13. It's over. You lie on the concrete, every muscle screaming. Sneaky helps you up. He wraps you in a solid embrace. Welcome, brother. You're one of us. They give you a street name, Flaco, Smiley, or Diablo. That name becomes your new identity. You still don't earn money, but now you have protection, a real family. Blood in, blood out. Level 3, the soldier. You're 16. You've been in a year. Now comes your first real assignment. You're a soldier. Your job is moving the merchandise. MS-13 dominates the local drug market. You don't touch anything directly. You're the middleman. A package is left behind a dumpster, among scattered trash and graffiti-covered walls. You pick it up. You walk 3 blocks, passing flickering streetlights and parked cars with broken windows. You knock twice. Someone opens. You deliver. You leave. You earn $200 a week. More than your mother makes in 3 days. New shoes, a gold chain clinking, a rising sense of power. But the risk is real. If the police catch you with that package, you go to juvenile detention. MS-13 doesn't pay to get you out. You serve your sentence in silence. That's the rule, no words. Speak, you die. And they'll find you anywhere. When arms or muscle are needed, you're there. A shopkeeper refuses to pay. You and 3 others break in with bats, smash windows and doors. You leave a clear message. The next week, he pays. A rival gang member enters your territory. You grab a weapon and hunt. Level 4, the veteran. You're 19. You've been in for 5 years. You've already done time, 20 months for assault. In jail, you didn't say a word to the detectives. When you get out, the crew throws a party. You've earned respect and your stripes. Now you're a veteran. You no longer do the dirty work. You have young soldiers under you. They hand you the money. You take your cut. The rest goes to the Polero. You manage the territory, 3 blocks under your control. You decide who can sell, who must pay, where pushers are placed. You enforce discipline. Whoever slips up, talks too much, steals, gets distracted, you handle it. Sometimes words, sometimes beatings, sometimes they vanish without a trace. You earn around $2,000 a week. You have a car, a used Honda, an apartment, a girlfriend. Life seems normal, almost nice. But you're marked. The police know your face. You're in a database as a verified member. If something happens in your territory, they come to you first. You can't run. MS-13 is everywhere. Los Angeles, Houston, Long Island, El Salvador. There's no way out. The only possible end is a coffin or betrayal. And those who betray don't live long enough. Level 5, the Polero. You're 24. You've survived longer than most of the boys you grew up with. 3 gunshots left visible scars. You've been arrested 7 times, served time in jail, but you've never broken. The crew trusts you. They promote you to Polero, the one who speaks, the leader of your local clique. You have 30 to 40 soldiers under you. You control an entire neighborhood. Your job is management. You collect money from the veterans, take your cut, and pass the rest to the Ran Fleo. You hold regular meetings. Veterans come to you with problems. Barrio 18 beat one of our pushers. The police raided a stash house. You must make fast, precise decisions and give clear orders. You also handle diplomacy. When another gang wants to negotiate, they come to you. When conflicts arise among soldiers, you resolve them. Your word is law. If you declare someone must be taken out, it happens. If you mark a member for death, it happens. You earn between $5,000 and $10,000 a week. You have power, respect, influence. But every success paints a target on your back. Every ambitious veteran dreams of your spot. Every rival gang wants you dead. The FBI has created a task force to get you. You no longer sleep peacefully. You keep a gun under your pillow. You change where you sleep every few days. You trust no one completely, not even your girlfriend. Agents love to bribe partners. Every conversation, every step outside your door is calculated. Level 6, the Ran Fleo. You're 30. You're ancient by gang standards. Most of the boys you grew up with are dead or serving life sentences. You survived because you're smart, cautious, calculating. You've risen to the top. You're the Ran Fleo, the regional leader. You control MS-13 operations across an entire city, and in some areas, across multiple cities. 5 or 6 Polero report directly to you. You oversee hundreds of soldiers. You're no longer on the streets. You operate in the shadows, away from direct hits, running the gang like a corporation. You handle the supply chain. Stores connected to cartels ship cocaine and heroin. You set prices. You control distribution. You manage finances. MS-13 generates millions, and you must launder that money. You open legitimate businesses, a car wash, a construction company, a nightclub as cover. You earn between $20,000 and $50,000 a week. You live in a modern villa, drive a new truck, wear expensive clothes. To neighbors, you're just a successful entrepreneur. No one imagines the shadow you cast. The pressure is crushing. The FBI intercepts calls, monitors everything. You never talk business on the phone. Face-to-face meetings, coded language, minimal traces. You also manage internal gang politics. MS-13 isn't united. It's a mosaic of cliques that sometimes cooperate and sometimes wage war. You maintain peace and stay in contact with shot callers in prison. The top leaders are locked in maximum security prisons in El Salvador and the United States. They send orders through lawyers or encrypted letters. When they say move, you move. When they say someone must die, that person dies. You're powerful, but a prisoner of the life you chose. Level 7, the shot caller. You get arrested. Agents finally build a RICO case. 30 years without parole await. You're supposed to die in prison. But reality is different. Inside, MS-13 truly lives. On the street you're powerful, but in prison you're king. You're sent to a federal maximum security penitentiary. After a week, you connect with other MS-13 members locked up. Dozens of them. They control the prison. You become a shot caller, one of the block's leaders. You decide who gets protection, who gets stabbed, how disputes are settled, how rules are enforced. You maintain contact with the streets. Your wife visits once a month, brings news, relays orders. You're caged, but the power remains. You run the prison economy. Drugs enter through corrupt guards, phones via drones, money from commissary accounts. You tax everything. You order hits. Someone snitching? 3 days later, they're dead. A rival transferred to your block. Order executed. The prison is your empire. Respect, authority, control. Freedom? None. Level 8, the international leader. There is one more level, the highest, the founders, the legends. MS-13 was born in Los Angeles in the 80s among Salvadoran refugees fleeing the Civil War. In the 90s, thousands of deported members brought the gang to El Salvador. Now MS-13 operates in 2 worlds, American streets and Central American streets. The top leaders, the living founders, are in El Salvador's maximum security prisons like Zataloca. They are ghosts, no social media, no interviews, only communication through intermediaries. When they issue an order, it travels from El Salvador to Los Angeles, New York, Virginia. Thousands of soldiers execute it without question. You will never reach this level. These men are mythology, religion. You're only a soldier in their army. Level 9, the end. You're 35. 21 years in MS-13. For serious wounds. 3 lives taken. 2 prison terms. Hundreds of thousands earned. But you've lost everything. You sit in a car outside your mother's house, now elderly and fragile. She cries every time she sees you. She begs you to leave the gang. She says it's not too late. But it is. There's no retirement, no way out. You are MS-13 for life. Blood in, blood out. You start the car. You drive to the corner where you stood 21 years ago as B. A boy is there, 14. He watches you with hungry eyes. You see yourself in him. And the cycle continues.